Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for this video. There are so many things I want to do and not enough time to do them all. I got the new subscription kit, the Stamp and Die of the Month from Pink and Main, and I was going to do that today, but I have so much unfinished stuff on my desk that I kind of hated to start something new. So I'm going to save those for, hopefully I'll get another video up in the next few days, but we'll see. So I'm going to do some finishing up of some things I already have started. This is the latest cat from Pink and Main. It's the July cat. It's autumn themed. Can you see it really well there? Let's see if it's really cute. So it's got like a fall kitty with his scarf, leaves, and you have some, this is the one stamp, and you have some extra leaves and acorns over here. It says, "You are positively amazing and grateful for you." And these have been their incentive stamps this year. You can purchase the Stamp and Die separately, or if you place an order for certain amounts, at one tier you'll get the stamp set, and at another tier you get both the stamp and the die. And I think I've explained that in another video. They have come out so far with 7 of these. And I got the January cat, the March cat, which I have used a lot, the April cat, and the May cat. Also, you can tell I have used the heck out of this stamp. So I already had this guy stamped out and colored. Caitlin Anthony on the Pink and Main channel stamped this out and colored it, and her coloring is beautiful. I tried to sort of emulate hers with the markers that I have. I don't think I did all that fabulous a job on my coloring, but I should practice more with my alcohol markers, and I just don't. But I'm going to call these good enough to put on a card. So anyway, but I am going to show you how I colored the leaves and acorns. I just had some extras stamped out, and let's zoom in a little bit and remember to focus. My lighting might be a little wonky because the sun, I've got a big picture window in this room, and the sun keeps, it's really bright, and then it gets a little cloudy, so. Anyway, we are going to color a few of these acorns and a few of these leaves. Oh, and this is just also going to be super simple coloring. Zoom in. That's as much as I can zoom in. Super simple. So I know there are some fabulous alcohol marker colorists: Caitlin Anthony, Meg Brighter, is fabulous. Trying to think who else. I know Altenew, they have some people on their design team who are really good with alcohol markers. I just dabble. I do a lot of coloring with my colored pencils. I like them because it's just so easy to color with colored pencils. You can still do shading with colored pencils. You can use Gamsol with colored pencils. Gina K, she's one to watch if you want to get into that. Gamsol, it's a colorless, odorless mineral spirits, and when you use it with your colored pencils, it smooths them out. You get this beautiful, smooth look. And I do like that. This is about all, that's all the shading I'm going to do on these. And that light is casting a shadow, so let me just turn on all the lights. When I first turned my camera on to start, it was really bright in here. And not quite as bright as it was. Of course, I turned on the camera and then I got up like 4 times before I actually turned it on and started recording because I kept remembering things I needed to run off into the other part of the house to do. Oh, and I want to, on these leaves, I'm just going to put a little brown stem on these leaves. And then I just grabbed a pink, an orange, and a yellow. And we are just going to do some quick, imperfect splashes of color in there. Of course, I immediately got out of line, but I am not going to worry about it. Just some quick splashes of color, do a little blendiness here to get some fall leaves. This one here, it's called Orange Cream. I love this orange. It is great for coloring pumpkins, I'll tell you. And I had another one that I really loved. And it dried up, and I tried to add more ink to it. was almost like it wouldn't take it. So I thought, well, maybe maybe I let it dry too long. It's just the nib got dry. So I replaced the tip. And I don't know, it's like some of these oranges, I haven't really noticed it in the other colors, but some of these oranges, it's almost like they're sort of thick and gooey almost. And I heard somebody else with a different kind of marker say something about that one day. And I was like, well, that makes sense to me now. And that it really does sort of smooth it out a little bit when you go over it again. I'm going to do a little bit of pink on this one too. I'm going to do all three colors over here. I can feel this dragging. This has just been refilled. I don't know. Weird. I'll do a little bit more yellow here. And put a little more pink in here. And there are our little leaves and acorns. So, and here, close up of the kitty cats. See, this one, I tried doing the warm grays first. I didn't like those at all. And then I went back over it with the cool grays or true gray. And that one, I just did the TGs to start. And it's okay. So, dyes. I need dyes. And I'm going to get out my small machine, die cutting machine, real quick here. Those up there out of the way. Oh, we need to focus that again. And my camera has moved. So now I'm having to push. I don't know. It's like every time I go to record, it has gotten bumped. The cats probably do it. They're convenient to blame, though, so we'll just say, oh, yes, when I'm not here, they come in here and move my camera around. I will try to find and link that Pink and Mane video where she colored this cat so you can see how she did it and how beautiful and smooth hers looks. This little bit, this just does fit in my machine. Let's get a little mint tape here. You can use whatever tape you prefer. When they first came out with the mint tape, and the first time I tried it, I'm going to go off camera for a second. I did not like it, but after I just kept using it because, I had bought it. And after a little bit, I just really liked it. I don't know. Get this just right, then I slide it. Okay. There we go. And this is a Stampin' Up! Machine. They came out with this before Spellbinders came out with their little machine. And they're comparable. I think price-wise and everything, they are pretty similar. There's our kitty cat. These cats just have the sweetest looks on their face. All these Pink and Mane kitty cats. I don't know if it says on the packaging who designed them, but a lot of times they will say, I don't see it. And, I've stuck on it. I've signed up for, a few subscriptions over the years. I have to say, their Stampin' Die a month is really good value. And the one they had last month, I wasn't as fond of that one, so I just went and said, I want to skip this month, and it was super easy. So there's our two cats, and now we will cut out some of these. Well, we're going to cut out all of these that I colored. I just loaded these up in my MISTI and did several stampings of. Oh, now y'all get to see me figure out what's what here. Oh, I could have zoomed back out. Unzoomed. my camera so y'all can actually see what I'm doing over here. All my fumblynesses. Which is a word because I just made it up. Okay. So here's our little leaves, and look at this. This is a great feature. Can you see that's got a little tab? So that you're trying to move it around, you can put your finger on there. And it makes it so much easier to handle these little bitty dies. That one down. Grab a couple more pieces of tape. I had some stuck over here on the corner of my mat, but I used them so much I finally had to throw them away. Let's go this way. And then this little one. Sometimes I have problems positioning my dies. I will say one thing about this machine is I usually have to stick this top plate out some to get it to go through here. There's one acorn. Two acorns. Do you like the count on Sesame Street? Okay, and then we'll start putting these back down also. A cousin that I grew up with has moved back to our area after having been in Florida for, gosh, well over 20 years. And so she and her husband used to live in Matlacha. They sold that house and moved to Pine Island. And I don't know, I think they just decided that, you know, with the cost of living, etc., that they just wanted to come up here. So she is just about 45 minutes away from me now. And we went over there yesterday, and had lunch with them, looked at the new house, visited, and it was really nice. She is an artist. And she actually sells her work She and my brother and my niece, they all inherited that artistic talent. I cannot draw for diddly. So I just have to express myself through coloring stamp sets or stamps. And this is my artistic outlet. My brother is a really good artist, and for some reason he got it into his head that he's not. So he quit. I mean, he doesn't paint, draw, anything anymore. So I know. And he is a really good artist. I don't know why he convinced himself of that. And we are also going to stamp out Sentiment. These two cards that I'm doing today are going into, I'm going to turn this and stamp it on that side, and it's a little wonky, so let me. Anyway, these are some cards that I am making for our staff meeting. I'm going to flip this over because I'm going to do both of these with this little grateful for you sentiment. I'm just going to I'll tell you something. These Pink and Main sentiments really seem to stamp clearly, except that I moved that one. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to stamp it on this side and put my magnet in there, which I should have done, but didn't. So y'all don't do as I do. Do as I should have done. Okay. Anyway, I really like the way these stamps stamp. They're very clear. There are a lot of good stamp cleaners out there on the market, but I really like this Altany one. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, if you've made craft purchases here lately, but boy, shipping seems to be going up and up and up. Because I haven't seen it go up across the board, but I know some places where I used to pay, $7.59 or something. I'm now paying $10.99, $12 shipping. It's, I don't know, which might be a good thing for my wallet, because I can't keep ordering if the shipping is going to be that high. One. Sorry, I can't even see what I'm doing here. Well, not surgery. I'm just cutting out these sentiments. I'm going to cut these down to be small, and I'll show you why. So the cards that I'm doing, I saw Beck Ann over at Beck and Sam do these cards, and I love them. I think I've seen them done before. I might even have done them before. If I have, it's been a long time ago. And I think she called it a flip card. I'm pretty sure. And of course, she had gotten one from a friend, and so she kind of copied it. And then I took hers and kind of copied it. And I cut mine a little bit different from how she was. You end up with the same design, same everything, but I just cut it. So you start with a regular card base. That is like you're going to do a portrait card, not a landscape card. So your paper is cut long ways. And I actually saw somebody else do one also. But they, because I was looking it up after I saw her do hers. And the second person I looked at, oh my goodness, their instructions were so confusing. It wasn't even funny. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So what I ended up doing is I cut these at 7 inches. Yeah. So I took my card base, I hadn't scored it, just took my piece of paper, cut it at 7 inches. Then the piece that you cut off, you're going to cut it at 1.5 inches. So it's going to give you this piece and this piece. And that's the whole thing. And then this is what you have. So you glue it here, and then you glue this on at the bottom. And isn't that a cool card? And I had done several. I think I showed y'all this paper, I think. Or did I get this paper after? Anyway. Jen Lee Schoolcrafts, who I found out also from Beck and Sam, had more of the Graphic 45 paper. And I had been looking for Halloween paper that wasn't quite as cutesy as the paper I had. And in case, I don't even remember if I showed it to y'all in my last video or not. So I'm going to grab it. It's right here behind this. Pretty sure I did show y'all this. I remember going through it. So Of course, I'm spilling things out of my box now too than before. So I used these 2 paper packs from Graphic 45, and I paid a fraction of what they cost new. So if you're new to Jen Lee Schoolcraft, she has some new, some used products, very discounted. And you really have to check back often because her stuff goes like hotcakes. So, but anyway, that's the paper used for these cards. And let me pick up all this paper I'm filling in before here out of my bin before I step on it and start them. Okay. So, this is what I'm going to do. Let me okay. So, and I don't even think, because this already has a little dimension to it, I don't think I'm going to pop this up. And also I'm going to let him hang over a little bit. So I don't want to have to be careful about where I'm doing foam tape. If y'all do one of these cards, you can add all the foam tape that you want. You could even, and I saw Jennifer McGuire do this years and years and years ago now. Just die cut a whole bunch of these and glue like 3 or 4 of them together, and that gives you a nice big lift, and you don't even have to buy foam tape, and it fits perfectly. You don't have to worry about cutting all those teeny tiny pieces of foam tape to give some dimension. Anyway, so, and we are going to put our little sentiment on here. I'm just going to put it up here at the top in the center. And I will put a couple of leaves and a couple of acorns on each card. These cats are so cute. I just really love them. So you could even do this down here. You could leave it here. You could put your sentiment down here. It's just up to you, however you want to do it. But this one I got a little high up instead of centered. It doesn't really matter. Do not stress over things like that. I know it's easy for us to do it because we want everything to be perfect. I think I'm going to put a couple of these down here. Oh, I'm going to put the leaf over here. I'm going to put this bare leaf down here. The smaller one up here because it's a little smaller of an area. And here we go, stressing over where we're going to put stuff. I got that little acorn a little bit off when I back cut it. That's okay. Since I have all these acorns here, that's why I'm changing this around a little bit. Isn't that cute? So let's get some glue out and put this together. I was actually going to do a video with this like over a week ago. After I saw Caitlin color hers, I thought, ooh. And of course, I got glue where I didn't want to get glue. So get the glue off there. Okay, there we go. And then it took me a while to just be able to sit down and actually color it. I'm going to, somebody's over there eating food out of a automatic feeder. Surprised they didn't come over here and meow at me and tell me I should be giving them TREATs. And I actually think I'm going to put this bigger one up here. The smaller one here. And then put this smaller leaf over on this side. You ever have embellishment placement anxiety? Because I sure do. And there we are. He's so cute. I may or may not come back and add something on here. I just don't know. I think these are enough of an embellishment. And that's our flip card. And then I will sign these. I give them out. Let's see here. Don't think I over glued him this time. I'm going to put our little grateful for you sentiment. For our staff meeting, I do some Halloween cards and some fall cards because not everybody there, I know I've told y'all that in another video, not everybody there likes Halloween. So I try to do a little something for everybody who's there. This one I got a little bit more, oops, sorry. This one I got a little more centered. Up there, more on the sentiment. And I think I'm just going to put this one leaf here at the corner. I'll tell you, since I put the metal plate on the back of this glass mat and got these magnets, these things are gold. They are just fabulous when it comes to, whoops, holding things down till they're glued in place. And I have one more of these to do. I'll show you this little stamp set here. You can see that very well. This is an old Sunny Studios from 2019. It is super old. It is so cute. It's called Scaredy Cat. Oh, yeah, it's right there in front of my face. Scaredy Cat. It's just so precious. Him coming out of his little pumpkin. And I got to death. I'm sure this isn't available anymore, but I had these colored and already cut out. So I'm just going to put one of these guys on a card. Because I had this one more card fixed up that I didn't have anything colored or cut out for. This is probably one of the first things I ever used alcohol markers on. And those were Copics. I did not have any of any other brand then. I don't think it could have been some of my Tri-Blends. It's been a long time since I colored these up. Look, how cute is he? Oh, and I'm going to use the Happy Halloween sentiment in here. And I don't have the little moon and stars cut out, but that's okay. We have our moon and stars on here. I'll have put my sentiment on here upside down because that is just the way I roll. And we are going to call that straight. Yes, we are. And sorry, I am out of camera again. Of course, I don't know that y'all need me to show you how to ink up a stamp. I think all of y'all are pretty good when it comes to that. Oh, that's perfect. Didn't even have to stamp it twice. And wrapping my rag on the floor where it can get extra cat hair on it. Because what's a card without some cat hair? It just isn't done. Or dog hair. He's been used a lot. He's so cute. Oh, that's not bad. off. And there is our little happy Halloween. This one, I will put a little piece of foam tape since I have him that little bit of dimension. I don't know if y'all can even see that, but it adds just a little bit. Now I was going to use this guy, but I'm going to save him for another card. I had some more of those cut out here. So I will be making some more of these. I just love this, I love this layout. I love this style. So, 1 second while I grab some of my I am about to run out of this. Just here, over there. And let me see if I can get a thin enough piece. Sorry, I pulled my hands back in case I cut myself. Y'all wouldn't have to see it. Or maybe you would like to see that. You just have to let me know in the comments below. It is just the tiniest bit. Let me get my smaller scissors. Tiniest bit. Here we go. That was a little more cardstock overhang than I like. And I have glue on my hands. This one I am going to put a few embellishments on also. And a little bit of glue on here to hopefully give me a little bit of room. I'm going to move this down from the top a little. Whoops. I'm going to touch that for a second. Stuff is just sticking to my hands, that release paper. That's another little happy kitty cat. Let me clean up some of these things, and then I will get out some of my embellishments. Put this tape back, that foam tape away. That will dry up in a second if I leave it undone. I have stuff on my scissors. It does not take but a second to make a mess when you are crafting. Okay. And several weeks ago, I cleaned up this craft room, and it is already a mess. Okay, let's back out of here. I'm trying to remember to focus whenever I zoom in or zoom out so that it's not all blurry. Okay, I have all kinds of doodads here for Halloween. I have this mix. It's really more of a shaker mix. Of course, I have it upside down to me. Have these. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of purple in it. I think those are, oh yeah, Scrappy Tails. That has black, green, orange, purple in it. There's are some here, black, white, and green, and it has bats in it. But for our cute little kitten, I'll tell you, she gives you, Sabrina, when you order from her over there at Scrappy Tails, she gives you a ton of embellishments. Because it more than fills up one of these containers. And I even gave some of these away. My overflow. That is a beautiful mix. Let's see if I zoom in on this and hit that. I don't know if y'all can see. Also from Scrappy Tails, it's got deep blue and purple in it. Oh, my card doesn't have deep blue and purple. Oh, it's got these cool spiders. My son hates spiders. He told me, do not send me any cards with spiders. Ah, it's sticking to my hand. It's a little spider. So these are really cool. Oh my gosh, the static electricity. Okay. So let me put that back in there. Let's use, it's not, y'all hear a huge crash. It's just the pile of stuff over that way headed east. Let's do these. Let me get, here we go. Because I think we could add a little, this has no purple on the card, but I think a little purple might look pretty on here. Sort of break up all that orange and green. I had to put a new wax tip on here. The other one, it had gotten kind of hard. The cat had chewed on it. Unbeknownst to me, the little plastic thing, I was like, why is this all flaking off? And I looked, and it had tooth marks in it. I won't say who I suspect, but their initials are Axel. Let's see. I'm doing orange. Probably should have grabbed one with a little bit of green in it too, because there are gems and we can mix them up if we want to. So, let's see, are y'all zoomed in all the way? Nope. You are now. Okay. I keep thinking about going live at some point, and then I just get scared and talk myself out of it. Oh, Elizabeth Costa Rogers, she did invite me to go live on her channel, last month? And I had so much fun. But, it's kind of had her as a buffer, sort of, and she's experienced at reading the chat and things like that. So I am getting stuff everywhere on my mat here. Okay. I wanted a little bit brighter of a green gem, but these are all sort of fuzzy looking. Okay. So we are not going to obsess over that, are we? Ooh, I could do a black one too. So I think we're just going to leave it at that. We could maybe put one up here on the sentiment. Oh, I kind of like that. You end up with a little space down here, but that's okay. It is all right not to have every single solitary space on your card filled. It's okay to have white space. Embrace the white space. And I don't know why it's so staticky in here. These things are just like sticking to me. Where'd it go? Did y'all see where that rolled off to? Aha. Okay, we're going to use the gem picker to get that back in there. Good. Great. Okay, I like that a lot. We have 6 gems on here. We have these down here. Are these all? No, these are not all like that. I think I like this purple one better than this lavender one. Yeah, that looks a little bit better to me. And maybe we will use one of these small lavender ones down here. I'll tell you, gem placement anxiety. It's a real thing. Now I'm going, oh, do I want to have a big one up here instead of a small one? It's like, stop. Whoever gets it is going to think it's a pretty card. We tend to beat ourselves up over whether it's perfect. If it made us happy to make it, and it makes somebody else happy when they get it, that's all that counts. And there's our 3 cards that we made. Really pretty. I am really loving these. You can put a message in here, or you can just, what I'm going to do is, I have some scrap papers that I've got. Do I have any that are cut down to the right size? Anyway, when, I know I've told all this before, but in case somebody's new and has not heard me say this, when we changed our stationery at work, they were just going to throw out the old. So I asked my boss, could I have it? She said yes. So I use it. I just cut the logo off the top and cut these down to size for, and I'll cut this down some so you can still see the pattern paper. And that's my paper to write on inside the card. And if you want somebody to be able to reuse the card, you don't even have to glue this down. You can just, wait a second. Okay. Oh, what do you do, dummy? This is, yeah. Sorry, y'all. I evidently can't remember how to cut this down. So, it'll be 3 3/4 by 5. Or whatever size you want to make it. But anyway, so you can glue this down here, or you can leave it, and that way they can, if they want to reuse the card and send it on to someone else, they can. So, and I will use white ink to stamp on the back, because I always put one of my little handmade for you, or, sorry, now my embellishments are in the way, so I can't get mine. So these are from Tailored Expressions, TE Made for Me, Custom Designs. She has a ton of pretty designs over there that are florals. I got this cute little kitty cat that says handmade by Cordelia A, with a little help from my kitty. I have one that says made with love and a little cat hair. And this was the first one I got. It just says, with love from the craft room of me. It's got a cute little house on it. Very nice. So if you are in the market to get a little custom stamp, but I always stamp the backs of my cards. And here is the rest of the batch that I made. And it's so funny because a couple of these I cut wrong. So you see they're a little bit short. The person who gets the card will not know. They're not going to measure your card. So, but I have not put sentiment on here. So that's going to be next. But isn't that a sweet design? And I'm going to link Beck Ann's video. Because first of all, you should be subscribed because she is just a wonderful lady. But also she makes some really nice cards. So there we are. And I got some happy mail from Alicia over at Crafty Owl. I won these on a live that she had. It is no, I'm gonna get dizzy. From Not Too Shabby, it's some little leaf die cuts. I haven't even opened them up yet. But we're going to open them up now. I got this pretty piece of pattern paper that she put in to help protect the die cuts. I tell you what, you should have seen this envelope when I got it. Oh, sorry. Probably doesn't want me showing her address. But anyway, it might be on her channel. Like, anyway. But it's ripped here. It's ripped over here. Right there. And over on this side, it's like oh, look at that stamp. It's got sunflowers. I don't have any sunflower stamps. I might have to buy more stamps. I have to go with the 5,000 I already have. So anyway, let's look at these. And these have also been foiled. Aren't these pretty? Hang on, I will hold them up a little closer to the camera. I actually think this is more zoomed in for y'all than my screen shows that I'm looking at. Aren't these pretty? I think this must be some of her, you know, like ephemera from one of her ephemera packs over there. Jamie, she's just another really sweet person. Look, it's all sparkly. Sparkly. Yeah, I keep getting that tape stuck to me. Right, let's see if I can focus. Aren't these pretty? Look at the sparkle on those. You can really see it on this one. But they all have that clear foil sparkle stuff on them. So those are going to look great. So I still have to do some more fall cards. And Jamie has a new release. It has things that I want. And made myself wait. So anyway, I'm going to put these back in here to keep them protected. But I really appreciate these. I was happy I got these too. I really like these. a lot. I am signed up also for the Not Too Shabby Fall Retreat, as well as the, I put those in there wrong. Anyway, as well as the SBC Fest that's coming up in September. So anyway, I was thrilled to get these. It's so funny, I had even forgotten what I won. I'm like, I can't remember what I won on her channel. And then I opened them, and I was like, oh, yeah. So, and it looks like there had probably been some washi tape on here that got ripped off. But anywho, that is, I think, all I have today, or all that I remember that I have for today. Let me get this stuff out of the way here so I can give y'all a proper wave goodbye. I really do appreciate it every single time y'all come over here and watch my videos. Love the comments. Thank you so much. And see, there is like this huge mess over here to my left. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.